it's actually really crazy because lately quite a few people have been telling me they think I'm a genius. And I'm like, it's in my DNA. And if you want proof, let me give you an example by telling you the story of how seemingly ordinary Nigerian women outsmarted the CIA in the 1960s. Let's talk about it because it's actually funny when we talk about code, most people automatically think of Western computers and automatically think about skipping Africa. Like we ain't been coding since Wade. Anyway, listen to me very carefully, right? Igbo women have been coding thread, dye, and blade for centuries. And they weren't the only ones, right? From Yoruba pattern cloth to Malian mud cloth, right? African women across the continent were coding in fabric long before screens, right? Before Wi-Fi, forget about Silicon Valley and the funding rounds and all of that. They were using muscle, memory, and maths, right? Akwete weaving passed from mother to daughter like scripture. They were using their hands, no machines. They knew the rhythm. Each line was a record, each motive a message. They were literally mapping migration, recording trade, marking grief in pattern, in cloth, in silence. Now, here's the crazy bit, right? The CIA, yes, the actual CIA, were reading rebel letters, listening to phone calls, intercepting absolutely everything, but they missed the messages in the fabric. So this was the 1960s, but the code, that goes back centuries. They found the exact same symbols in Igbo cloth that they found in coded warnings, right? We can say these codes included things like meeting times, safe houses, and resistance plans. They were sharing coded libraries through marriage exchanges. Traveling traders were teaching code wherever they went. One of the funniest things for me, right, is learning that the British colonial wives were actually accidentally wearing the coded cloth, carrying messages of resistance right under their own noses without knowing. The most effective intelligence network was being displayed in plain sight at the markets with military officers walking up and down past it every single day. Patterns repeated like drum loops. But because no one had trained them to read thread, they weren't looking for this kind of code. It wasn't Morse code, was it? It was language woven in public and hidden in plain sight. And this isn't just about equity, right? Antipodes was a whole visual symbol system. No vowels, no punctuation, no colonizers, just knowledge that you had to earn. Even the way that they cut the fabric, they were calculating shoulder drops, spur starts, sleeve caps, mental formulas passed down without sketchbooks or rulers. Think about that, right? Like I said, we've been coding. We just didn't call it that. What if our grandmothers were the first UX designers? What if our aunties were algorithmic? I don't know when we forgot that we were geniuses, but it's time we remind ourselves. Did you know about this? Make sure you repost and share.